Hollywood has a Superman problem, and it's getting really hard to watch. It's really painful.
Bro, what?
I've watched and rewatched all the trailers for James Gunn's new Superman movie. Yeah, say that 3 times fast. Fuck. All I can say is they have all the ingredients to make a great Superman movie, but Gunn can't seem to put all those ingredients together to make anything palatable, meaning they don't understand who Superman is supposed to be and what he represents. To date, the best modern interpretation of Superman is Henry Cavill. Now, I don't mean the part he played in the movies. I mean the man himself. If you've ever seen Henry Cavill in an interview, he has all the qualities that make a great Superman. And I'm not talking about his looks or his body, ladies, and some of you men. Hey, why not? Cavill is kind, optimistic, and by all accounts is a gentleman on set. The people he works with can't stop saying nice things about him. But for me, his most important quality is this one.
I understand what you're saying, but when it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. And people are going to be upset because, especially when you're talking about books or games, because you're never going to be the exact person who they had in their head or who they played on Witcher 3, for example. I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate.
You see, Hollywood thinks that Superman is like this guy here in the trailer, that we see the good in him and we want to help him, that we want to be like him. Now, this is close, but it really misses the mark. You see, Cavill, in those few words that he expressed, embodies the greatest power of Superman. That he sees the good in us. He has hope for us, and he believes that we can do better. He respects us. It's a subtle difference, but it makes a massive difference. There's a reason that Superman is called the Man of Tomorrow. Tomorrow is a sign of optimism, that tomorrow will be a better day. And in applying that to humanity, we believe we will be given better tomorrows. Zack Snyder's Superman missed the mark big time. Like I said, Henry Cavill, the actor, was more like Superman than the character he played. Now, like you, I've only seen the trailer for Gunn's new Superman movies, and I have to say I'm worried. Gunn is a director for our times, meaning he's snarky, he's cynical. Great qualities if you're making a movie like Guardians or Suicide Squad, which are movies that totally match with the dark, narcissistic turn we've taken in our society today. But it doesn't really work when you're making a movie about a hero who sees the best in humanity. One of the most powerful and often overlooked aspects of Superman the movie, the 1978 version, is its simple, unshakable kindness. Christopher Reeve's Clark Kent isn't brooding over humanity's flaws. He sees potential in everyone, and he treats everyone, with or without power, with this respect. He's calm about it. It's really nice to see. If you remember the scene where he saves Lois from this collapsing skyscraper when the helicopter is falling out of the sky, he offers her that reassuring smile. It's a small gesture, and that gesture says, I believe in you. I believe in us. That it's not about showcasing his super strength or his ability to fly. It's about demonstrating faith in our better nature. Now, I won't lie. I saw the original Superman back when I was 8 years old in 1980. Yes, I know it came out in 78, but I was poor, and at the time I had to wait for it to come on TV, and you will not believe the number of freaking commercials they had for that movie. I loved it. It was fun. And something about that movie gave me hope that I could be more than just some poor kid living in a shitty neighborhood. It gave me the idea that I could go somewhere in life. And I did. I made something of myself. Movies like the original Superman are meant to inspire people to be more than they are today. And you don't see that very often in film. Not today, anyway. Those movies were about hope, about a brighter tomorrow. And I don't think Gunn's film is going to do that. Don't get me wrong. It looks cool. It's got the right color scheme and plenty of cameos, but I don't think it's meant to inspire. It looks like it's meant to impress. It's spectacle over substance. Look, all of Gunn's work, Suicide Squad, Guardians, it all leans into this hard cynicism. His characters are usually starting off as some sort of villain or misfit, damaged goods, and their redemption often hinges on the dark humor or self-interest that they present rather than genuine altruism. Gunn really enjoys showing humanity's flaws, betrayals, moral ambiguity. He asks us to root for these folks despite their failings. Now, this is great for an anti-hero story, but it's not good for a Superman story. Look, at the end of the day, Superman's core message isn't even the worst of us can be good, but rather we all have good in us to begin with. Now, that doesn't seem like a big difference, but, it's the difference between being presumed innocent before being guilty, right? If we assume that everyone's guilty and then they can be good once they prove themselves, that's a pretty cynical view of our society. Superman's greatest feat, his greatest power, doesn't come from just saving people from danger. He saves us from cynicism. And in a world that desperately needs hope, that's a power worth celebrating. In Superman 2, Lois wins a Pulitzer Prize for an article titled, "Why the World Doesn't Need Superman." Her argument champions human resilience and self-reliance, suggesting we don't need a superhero in a cape to solve our problems. But our society has always had someone who serves as a de facto Superman. Heroic men and women who serve as symbols for hope and optimism. Now, whoever that might be for you depends on your politics or your religion or your level of cynicism. But Superman or woman is always embodied in someone we look up to. And I'd like to think that the idea of Superman exists in all our hearts. It has to, or else we're fucked. I'm going to go see this new Superman movie, and I hope that ultimately it is about hope. I hope we can be better people, and I hope tomorrow will be a brighter day for all of us. Thanks for listening, guys. It's a pleasure. You guys are really actually starting to pick up, and my videos are starting to get traction, so I'm really happy for that. So please like and subscribe. Take a look down below. You'll find a link to all my books. There's a bunch of them there on Amazon. We've got sales running all the time. So I am a real writer. It's not just, made up. So thank you again. Click on the links and have a great day. Folks, as you know, I am an actual writer, a real writer. I've got, hundreds of reviews on Amazon, and people seem to like my books. So, if you've got a minute, link is below. Check it out. And for you cheap bastards, if you want, I've got actually links in here for audiobooks, which are all free on YouTube. So if you want to actually take the time to see that I know what the fuck I'm talking about, follow the links either to some digital or print copies on Amazon, or you can listen for free here on YouTube. Glad to have you along for the ride, and we'll talk soon.